do believe John Ortiz is the Marlon Brando of his generation. I think the stature is there. The tenderness, the extreme, incredible tenderness. This sexy, irresistible, but thoughtful, incredibly deeply felt. And this very poetic edge of love and imagination and vulnerability. And then on the other side, a rage so terrifying, a rage so horrible, and you don't know if he's in control of it. It's the heat and intensity of it is simply terrifying. And to have an actor who can handle these extremes and go and have each of these dimensions be 100% real. That's Shakespearean. And to have John step into his proper stature in this role was thrilling. And to have him step into the ranks of the body of actors who across theater history have taken on this role and brought it to a new place, that's thrilling. And again, with Philip Seymour Hoffman, the same. Iago can't just be clever. He's got to be a great tragic figure. We have got to see him as heartbreaking, not just as manipulative and weirdly triumphant. We've got to see his triumph is devastating for him as well as for the world. And you need an actor of incredible stature to inhabit this role, so it's not someone who just forwards the plot. Because for Shakespeare, the only reason the plot exists is to take you deep inside the most recessed and hidden part of human beings, the part that we hide from ourselves, let alone from our friends. Phil is an actor who fearlessly goes into that part of the salt mines and comes up with the stuff that none of us would ever admit to. And Phil has this amazing way of living through that in public while you watch. It's incredible, it's unbearable, it's courageous, it's magnificent. To have actors of color, such as the incredibly brilliant African-American actor Leroy McClain, to have Leroy, who's hated this play, Othello, all his life, because as a young black man, this was not a positive image, this play. To see a black guy stand there and get everything wrong, that's not a nice image. You don't want that image, you don't need that image. To have him reimagine this play in his terms as Cassio, and to bring blackness to bear in a powerful, vulnerable way in which Leroy really makes the JFK glamour of the character of Cassio come alive. He's a character who comes with hope, with brilliance, who articulates things with incredible precision, and has a drinking problem and is a womanizer that's in a way that's out of control. And you watch this promising, brilliant person become a slave to his own addictions. That is an astounding characterization. And to have an actor of Leroy's brilliance pull it off is incredible. And again, to have someone like Saida take on Montano and bring to it, because I've made the role of Montano, the clown, and Bianca into one role, so you get this really substantial, powerful role that moves across the night. Because Montano, it does return at the end of the play, Shakespeare's play, but you have no idea what happened along the way. And now we really drew a line that you see, oh, that's what happened along the way to this incredible character. And Saida, it's her first Shakespeare role, in many, many years. And she's inventing a character who the world has never seen. And she does it with a kind of unbearable emotional honesty. Because Cassio's drunken attack on Montano, once Montano is played by a woman, the David Petraeus, of the occupation, the head of the American forces in the occupied territory. a woman of stature and pride and power in an attempted rape scene. It's horrifying, it's humiliating, it's devastating. And when Zaida takes us into the emotional realm of the rape victim, and at the same time she's a professional woman who has to be in charge of people, and you watch the disconnect, and you watch what's unbearable, and you watch the courage it takes to not only get through that, but to forgive your attacker and to go back and find justice, not in revenge, but in rehabilitation. Zaida takes you deep into the heart of Shakespeare's themes, which are, if somebody's hurt you, you can get back at them, or you can locate the hurt and heal it. And this courageous, beautiful actress creates this healing presence in the play that we never saw before. And that's very powerful, because now Bianca isn't just, the whore with a heart of gold, but she has a career, she has stature, and they're high stakes. And then she makes these generous gestures. And they're not foolish, they're heroic. And they resonate with Shakespeare's level, which is, how great can a human being be? How highly can we, each of us, resonate with our best selves? And this poetry is releasing everybody into this heightened state of being, where the moral stakes are as high as they really are. But most days we keep looking at the pavement, and Shakespeare says, excuse me, lift your gaze. Those are the mountains, and we're heading for them. I would just say this cast, particularly to see, the amazing Liza Colón-Zayas take on Amelia and take this role, which was always a minor character, and actually now becomes the heart of the play, because the whole play is about everything she can't say or won't say. And she's present all night but silent. And Shakespeare shows you this silent person who is also destroying the world and is being destroyed, and is a woman. And what kind of courage does it take to finally speak up and speak out and change the world? This becomes the power of what is usually presented as a senseless tragedy. And Shakespeare had actually something else in mind, is you watch the gradual empowerment of people. And of course they realize a little late, but that's Shakespeare's message to the audience, is please don't wait to speak up. Speak up now.